sir, are you in a position to settle, or do you want to settle that for trial?
Basically, I guess, has the prosecutor submitted any of the evidence that I requested from last time? You guys remember, recall the
The
evidence?
defendant has the discovery.
Is that a yes, that you've submitted evidence
Yes.
of what I requested?
Yeah, the police report.
Okay. The police report is that evidence of jurisdiction?
Yes.
And you can show me that? Where in the police report that it proves jurisdiction?
It states the location, which is in the county of Napa.
All right, so at this time, are you ready to set the matter for trial, sir?
Like I said before last time, that I was coming here because I know I don't want to waste any of your guys' time. I don't want to waste my time. That's why I had the intention and still have the intentions of pleading guilty, just to get it all wrapped up. I just want to make an informed plea. And for me to make an informed plea, I just want to make sure that the prosecutor has done their job and submitted any evidence of jurisdiction. On the record, last time, the prosecutor said on record they don't have any evidence of jurisdiction and couldn't provide it that day. And I recall them saying something that they'll be able to bring it up next time, but I still don't see anything. So, I conclude that this just be dismissed on those grounds.
Right, we talked about this the last time. I denied your request to dismiss.
On what grounds?
There's no basis.
Oh, there's no grounds to deny?
No, there's no basis to dismiss your case today.
Has my demur, my motion, been opposed?
We already dealt with your demur, sir, so now we're at the point where if you don't want to resolve, you keep saying you want to plead guilty, but...
I have the intentions of pleading guilty.
So then either that happens today, or we set the case for a jury trial, and if you want to resolve at your readiness conference, you can do that as well.
Okay, well, I'm here today to just wrap this up. I mean, can jurisdiction be challenged at any time? That's an element, right? I mean, what are the elements of accusations?
I cannot your attorney. Neither can Ms. Quaid, as she represents the people. So if you need an attorney to assist you, you certainly have that right. You can either hire your own or you can appoint the public defender. Last time you said you did not want the public defender, so I'm going to make sure again. Do you want an attorney to help you with the case, sir, or not?
I don't want to give away that right, but I don't see how we can even go forward if the prosecutor can't prove jurisdiction.
Sir,
I
you
don't.
have to listen to my question and answer. Do you want an attorney to help you or not?
No, I don't.
Okay, then do you want to resolve this case today or not?
I would love to get it resolved today.
Right.
And like I said, I have.
Do you want to take that offer?
What's the offer?
You would be, is it still the same listed on the?
Yes.
Okay. You would be pleading to counts 1 and 4. Anything else would be dismissed, so that would be the 2800 and 24002. So specifically, count 1 is disobedience.
Disobedience?
Plain an officer, and count 4 is unsafe condition of vehicle. Those would be the 2 charges. Everything else would be dismissed. You'd be placed on 2 years of summary probation. You would get credit for any jail time you've already served, no additional jail. There would be minimum fines of $70 for each charge, plus a $150 court restitution fine if you set up payments. And that's if you want to agree to probation. If not, looks like the offer is probation denied and 90 days jail. If you don't want to be on probation. So do you want to take either one of those offers, sir?
For me to make informed plea today, I just would like a few things clarified, and I just want to make sure the prosecutor has the burden of proof, right?
Yes, sir.
And I'm presumed innocent of all charges, and I didn't commit any crime. I didn't hurt anybody.
Right. So
No one's harmed.
That's telling me that you don't want to resolve and perhaps you want the matter set for trial.
I never said that. And I'm just trying to figure out the best plea to make, and You know, if the elements of the accusations is injury, harm, or damage, or redressability, isn't that part of the elements of accusations?
All right, sir, just have a seat in the audience. We'll take up your case after our morning break. We'll call I think the Smith one's ready to get the.
If you could just provide evidence, I'll have the intentions of pleading guilty. Again, nothing's been provided on the record. Yeah, sure. What's up?
The jurisdiction question, I don't think you understand jurisdiction.
I fully understand jurisdiction.
But the jurisdiction question you're asking about, on the complaint itself, is satisfied. If this happened in Napa County, in the state of California, whatever they accuse you of, right? Whether you did it or not.
Yeah, I can understand if it's like a murder or rape or something.
No, it's anything.
Any law broken, right?
Any law.
I didn't break any laws. I broke statutes and codes, supposedly, I'm gonna allege.
Right.
But those don't override the law.
I'm trying to help you. Statutes and codes, which are the same thing,
Pretty much,
is the law.
It's not the law.
It is the law.
No.
Okay.
That's putting a helmet on your bicycle or putting a light on your, that's not the law.
Anything that they say is a rule of society, whether it's municipal code, whether it's...
Black people drinking from water,
Those
white
aren't
people.
laws anymore. Those have been...
Okay,
those have
cannabis.
which is still currently the law, okay? So whether
really.
whether it's right or wrong, that's a totally different discussion. I'm just saying what the law is. So for the, I just want to explain the jurisdiction thing. When they say, like, for instance, okay, so for instance it says, people of the state of California versus XYZ, and then they say, on or about this date in the county of Napa, state of California, they accuse you of violating whatever, right? By saying in the county of Napa, the state of California, that satisfies the jurisdictional question. Under the law, it satisfies the jurisdictional question, okay?
I never signed up for any of that. I can understand, like,
No,
if I join the military, I sign off my life to them.
Right.
They have jurisdiction.
Right.
I never did that to these guys. These are just men and women trying to collect money from me.
It doesn't matter.
I didn't hurt anyone, and there's no damaged property,
Look,
so there's corpus delicti.
Jurisdiction,
Done.
okay, you don't
Dismissed.
understand the terms you're using.
No, I understand.
Jurisdiction, all that means is the ability for the court to hear this, okay? So for instance, if this happened in Solano County, this court couldn't hear it, okay? So all I'm saying is...
Yeah, it happened in Napa.
Right.
Whatever
Which
they're
means-
alleging me with.
Which means that, now, whether you did it or not, different question, has nothing to do with jurisdiction, okay? That's what you argue out.
Well, it's
But-
because for me to go further in this room, in this office with these people that
Right.
I don't even know, they need to prove their jurisdiction.
Which they have.
They
by
don't have
saying-
facts, though. They don't
Right.
have actual evidence,
No.
physical evidence.
Listen,
They have a piece of paper saying I
Right.
have jurisdiction.
that's all.
That's not
all
physical
it takes.
evidence.
No, evidence is not jurisdiction, though. Jurisdiction is the allegation that this took place in Napa County, whether it actually did or not.
Jurisdiction is an element of these accusations that they're accusing me of, though, right? It's an
Right.
element,
And they've
like injury,
And they've satisfied that by saying this took place in Napa.
just by saying it.
Yeah,
That, like magic.
right.
No. That's,
Yeah.
in the real reality, no, that's not how it works. You can't just be like, hey, I have jurisdiction over you. Who are these men and women?
Right.
They say they're my
Right.
government? Where's the proof?
So I'm assuming you got a ticket, right?
No, they pulled me over and accused me of having cannabis
Right.
and not listening to an officer.
Right, okay.
I got pulled over for, there was no crime committed.
Okay.
They just pulled me over.
Right, but they pulled you over.
And they don't have jurisdiction either. That's why I didn't roll down my window for him. Just because he has a badge, I've seen people get their house raided by fake police. I don't know who the hell this guy is. I have the right to privacy. I have the right to pursue happiness. You know, what the hell? I'm rolling my window up and I'm getting pissed.
Right,
You know,
but
I'll
by-
citizen arrest him trying
Right,
to
but
pull
we're
me
all
over for no
subject to
reason.
the law, whether the law is a good law or bad law.
Common law, reality, hurting somebody, damaging their property, law.
Okay.
Right?
Well,
I mean, don't you agree? If you got pulled over, brake lights out.
right.
Who's hurt? What happened?
I
And all of a
have-
sudden, this cop's trying to search you.
I happen.
You're going to protect yourself,
listen,
right?
I happen to agree with you. I'm trying to tell you what the law is.
So I'm standing up for my rights.
Right.
So until we all start helping each other do that, this is going to keep happening. And they're going to
Okay.
just keep screwing
But
people
I'm
over for
just trying
no
to-
crime.
I'm just trying to help you with the question of jurisdiction.
I fully understand what jurisdiction means. That's why I'm asking them, hey, can you provide evidence? And when they point
And the
towards a
evidence-
police statement,
Right.
that's not evidence. There's no physical facts there.
It is the evidence. That is enough. The allegation that this took place in Napa.
That's just your opinion and their opinion. Where's the facts?
You gotta let me finish,
Mhm.
okay? I swear
I'm
to
happy
God-
to let you finish.
I know, but you keep interrupting me, and I swear to God, I'm trying to help you, okay? Jurisdiction is, hey, court, can you hear this? If the answer to that is this allegedly took place in this county, then the answer is, yes, court, you can hear this. That's jurisdiction. That's all it means. It has nothing to it means nothing as far as whether you're guilty or not. It doesn't hurt you or help you. All it means is that this court has the power to hear this matter to then let you fight it or not. Okay? That's all jurisdiction is.
Yeah, well, they're gonna have to force me into a plea because I'm not pleading until they can prove their jurisdiction. And that's gonna be under
No, no, no.
threat, duress, and
Proving
coercion.
it's not jurisdiction, okay? So what I'm saying is you gotta get past the jurisdiction question. They have jurisdiction.
But they
They
don't.
have to prove that you committed the crime or not.
Okay, so-
That's totally
So
separate.
I can go say I have jurisdiction. You just go pull someone over.
No,
Who are
because
the
you're not the
people?
state.
I don't
Yeah,
know
who are these
them.
people?
I don't know them.
Just because he has a robe and a nice building, they have jurisdiction?
Right, because they're authorized by the state and we live
Who's the
within
state?
the state.
So the state pays them, right?
The state
The
pays
state,
them. And
doesn't
we
the
pay
state, but doesn't the state pay the
We-
prosecutor too?
You pay taxes?
No, no way.
No?
Why would I pay them? So I'm trying to figure it out. The prosecutor gets paid by the state, the judge gets paid by the state, so the lawyers, the already paid lawyers, so they all work together.
No, they
Already,
don't.
that's not
They
a
don't-
fair.
they don't work
Well, I mean, you don't work together, but they all get paid by the same people.
Right.
So if you help me right now challenge jurisdiction and get it through their head, like, hey, where's the facts? Just a paper is not facts, come on. Then right there, you would be looked at, this guy helped him and he's, let's get him out of here, you know?
No. I don't get paid by the state, I'm a private attorney.
Okay, but I'm saying if you are coming into these courtrooms, you have leeway if they like you. You know, if they don't like you, obviously they're just gonna play hardball on you, and they're gonna railroad you all the time. You know, I did nothing. I literally got pulled over, harassed, they searched me, they threw me in jail and
I
pounded my
don't care-
truck.
I don't care what happened. I'm just trying to explain and help you with the jurisdiction question. You're not accepting my definition of jurisdiction. I wish you the best.
It's a definition.
It is the law. Okay? So you can accept that or not. But until you realize that, until you accept that jurisdiction, the question that you're bringing up has nothing to do as far as your guilt or innocence. Has nothing to do with it. Okay? All it has to do is...
Isn't it an element of the accusations though?
No.
Isn't that a?
No, it's not.
It's not.
Jurisdiction is only the power of this particular court to hear a matter. So if this happened in Solano County, this court couldn't hear it. You'd have to go to Solano County. If it happened in Los Angeles County, this court couldn't hear it. You'd have to go down to Los Angeles County. That's all jurisdiction is.
Okay.
So the
To me,
elements-
jurisdiction's pretty big. I mean, it's like.
Yeah, no.
I'm only here
the
under
law-
threat.
Under the law, and what you keep arguing or asking about as far as jurisdiction.
Yeah, I'm not arguing. I'm just asking a question.
Well, arguing meaning positing statements to the court, okay? Saying, look, they have to do this, court. They've done that, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, they said it's on a piece of paper, but there's no
It's
facts.
it's in the allegation that this took place in Napa. You're not arguing that it didn't take place in Napa.
If they can come up with any physical evidence
This
that the Constitution of California applies to me, I will plead guilty today.
The fact that
That's all they
you're
gotta do.
here, you're present here, whether you are a resident of California, doesn't matter. If you're in our boundaries,
I understand.
It
Yeah,
applies.
yeah, it keeps going in a loop,
right?
our
So the fact that you're
conversation.
here- Right, so the fact that you're here.
That's just words though. Where's the physical proof? Like, if
fact
I
that-
shot someone,
the-
where's the
no,
gun?
the physical-
Where's the glove?
The physical proof that it applies to you is the fact that you're standing here within this state that we call
But he
California.
didn't hurt anybody.
Yeah, and I'm only
Totally
standing here
separate
under
issue.
threat.
Totally separate issue. I'm not saying that he's guilty or innocent or what he did was wrong or not wrong or whether it was even a crime.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is the fact that you're here in California, in the county of Napa, okay? And what they're accusing you of, they're saying you did this, whether you did it or not, doesn't matter. Because that's later. But they're saying you did this in Napa County. That's all jurisdiction means. Okay? So if you want to fight your case, you got to get past that.
They have no case if they have no jurisdiction. They have no case, I didn't commit any crime.
Okay. All right. Well, good luck.
All right?
Good luck.
It's empty, they said. Somewhere.
Mr. Joe Vaught?
Right, sir, how you decide what you want to do?
Like I said before, I'd like to just get this over with today. I do have the intentions of just pleading guilty today. If, I did ask about jurisdiction, and it has been challenged, so it must be proved. And, I know that she brought up the ticket, but I don't understand how that's actual physical, facts that the jurisdiction applies to me. And, I'm interested in resolving this today, but to be fair, I feel it should be discussed, and dismissed at least with prejudice, unless the prosecution can show any evidence of the statutes and code being applicable without me being a party to it. I said I had the intentions today just to get it over with, because I'm moving to Austin, Texas, and this is silly. I got pulled over and they allege I have cannabis. I didn't listen to a cop. I don't even know who these men were pulling me over.
Your Honor, one of the local attorneys who's here on another case did try to chat with Mr. Vaught on the break and explain to him what jurisdiction is and what needs to be proven.
Objection. I understand what jurisdiction is.
Well, and I think the defendant still is not understanding how it works, and I'm prepared to submit to the court that he doesn't understand the nature of the proceedings. And I would just invite the court's attention to Penal Code Section 1368.
Objection. Point of clarification. What is this penal code? I don't speak this legalese language.
There are different codes.
Yeah.
And Ms. Quake is referencing
Codes and statutes. It's the same thing, right?
And it's Penal Code Section 1368.
Do you have something I can look at that says this? Because I never went to law school for any of this.
Well, what the court has to determine right now is if I believe that I should have your matter referred for someone to speak with you to determine whether or not you are competent to understand the proceedings.
Competent.
Correct. It seems as if you understand lots of things, but it doesn't appear to me that you understand what is going on in this legal realm. And it may be that you really just need to sit down with an attorney and have that person explain something to you, or I don't know what the order.
Yeah, the attorney did talk to me. I don't know who that man was. He doesn't represent me, but from my understanding, I feel this should be dismissed because he says the ticket is jurisdiction. Just because I'm physically here in Napa, that ticket says, hey, this means we have jurisdiction over you. But from what I understand, the only way you have jurisdiction over me without a victim is if I have agreed. And I just, show me where I agreed to this.
So you're incorrect. So I don't know if you just don't understand the legal terms or you just don't understand things. And I can't really make a determination right now, but I'm going to appoint the public defender. I'm going to try this step by step. I'm going to appoint an attorney to help you. And then after that attorney speaks with you, then he or she can let the court know what their determination is. And then we'll go from there. Because I don't want to jump too far ahead, because it seems as if you were able to understand some of the things that we're saying, but it's the legal terms that you don't seem to understand. And I think you really need to sit down with someone who you know is your attorney, not someone you're not sure who they are. That was just an attorney that was just trying to assist you in the court. And that's why apparently he's
I don't want to move any further until jurisdiction can be proved.
So I'm going to appoint the public defender's office.
I'm not going to go there, and I deny any lawyers that try to tell me the law because they're obviously holding something back from me.
Okay, well, you haven't even met the person yet, sir.
Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious what I'm asking here, you know, and it's pretty simple. I'm just asking for jurisdiction, and are you denying me due process?
Absolutely
Because
not. That's why I'm trying to get you an attorney so you can understand these terms. It seems as if you know jurisdiction, you know the term due process, but I don't know if you understand what those mean.
I know, I'm very familiar with jurisdiction. I never signed up for it. I understand if I'm in the military, I give my life away for 4 years,
Mr. Vaughn,
so.
You don't understand the term. Just by what you're telling me, you're explaining to me that you don't understand what jurisdiction is.
So you're going to proceed this case without any evidence of jurisdiction?
I am going to appoint an attorney to assist you, and if you are moving, then we should put this on as soon as possible, so this Thursday.
I'm moving to Austin. I can't even come back here.
When are you-
Right now, I'm living in Eugene, Oregon. It costs me so much money and days to get down here. Is there any way we can do like a telephonic hearing or something?
No.
Telephonic, because coming down here is not going to work.
No.
I don't have the money to come down here and, you
You're
know.
not going to be able to do a telephonic hearing. Are you telling me that you cannot come back to court?
No, I did, especially if you have no jurisdiction. I keep coming back here saying the same thing. We're just going in circles here. You know, I'm just here because, you know, I'm under threat, duress, and coercion, and that's the only reason why I'm here.
And so-
If I signed off my jurisdiction, yeah, I would be here willingly.
Well, you there's an agreement that you did sign that says that you promise not to leave the state without permission from the court. I'm not giving you permission to leave the state. I'm going to set another court date, then you have to be here. If you're not here, then a warrant will go out for your arrest, and that means you would be in custody until your case resolves. Do you understand?
Yeah, that's a threat, of course. Yeah, if I'm threatened to be here, I'm going to be here. You're threatening me with jail.
It's letting you know the consequences of you not coming to court.
All right, well, I don't want to waste your time or anyone's time. I have the intentions of pleading guilty today just to finish it.
Here's what happens. If you do not want to take the offer, then we will set the case for a trial. So I need you to answer my question. Do you want to take the offer?
I mean, I'm trying to make an informed plea
Yes or
today.
no? Do you want to take the offer?
If I'm being forced under duress, you know,
So it sounds like you don't want to take the offer. We're going to have your case on this Thursday, September 22nd.
I can't make it this Thursday. You have to put it out further. I can't make it. I just can't.
Why not?
I live in Eugene, Oregon. I have to go back. I can't just go back and forth that quickly. It would have to be put out. Like,
Your Honor, is the public defender available right now in Department E?
yeah, could we just finish this today?
We're proceeding under
You may
1368.
have to.
We finished it.
Oh,
Do you want me to call over?
you can get someone here. Yeah, that would be great.
You want me to call, should I call Mr. Abernathy?
And he's going to bring facts and evidence of jurisdiction, so we can just get this over with.
Sir, the judge is appointing you an attorney. I can't talk to you anymore, okay? Let me just make a phone call.
All right,
Have a seat.
let me know.
Do you want me to have a seat?
Yeah, right back there with your friend.
Hope he brings jurisdiction, evidence.
Yes, but although a deputy appointed Mr. Abernathy was coming back at 1:30 for an 8:30 case.
Oh, here?
Apparently.
That's fine.
Can you be here?
Yes.
1:30?
In D?
Right here, and then we'll see if we need to move it over.
Sure.
And does it make sense for me to be here too if I'm not going to talk to the lawyer?
At 1:30.
1:30.
But I'm not going to talk to him until we figure this out because I challenge jurisdiction. The court must prove it before we move
Well,
on.
that's what the attorney is there for. They're the one representing you, so they can present to the.
But I never said I wanted to be represented.
So we'll see you at 1:30.
Do you want to have a public defender represent you?
I don't want to give up that right, but at the moment, no.
No. Okay. Has the court declared a doubt under 1368?
I have not, that was brought up, and I was trying to explain to Mr. Watt what that meant. And I thought perhaps we might want to speak with an attorney
Okay.
before
Oh, is this where you're trying to define something, the legalese that I didn't understand?
I'm happy to explain, answer some questions for you if you want me to, without even being appointed. Just to,
I'd rather I have the intentions to just plead guilty and get this over with today. And, you know, I just want to go back to, you know, what I was saying. And from what I remember, the prosecutor said that the evidence of jurisdiction is in the actual ticket itself, or it's in the police statement.
Can I interrupt for a second? I am the lawyer on the case, so I have to say a few things before we proceed. So if you could stand to my left.
Sure. I mean, this man does not represent me.
Well, apparently I do right now.
I deny that.
What's your name, sir?
They call me Joel Vaught.
Mr. Vaught has the constitutional right to a lawyer of his choosing, including the right to represent himself if he sees fit. If the court has a doubt about his competence, then the court can appoint me.
Objection. What are you saying about my
Mr. Vaught, I've asked you not to interrupt.
I know nothing about your comments. I'm just trying to tell the court what I think the law is on this situation. So if the court has a doubt and declares a doubt, then you can appoint me. Otherwise, unless that proceeding begins, I think Mr. Vaught has the constitutional right to represent himself.
Okay.
I agree.
I want this to be recorded with a court reporter. I don't know if I can get one in this department. If I'm unable to, then I'm going to send it to Department B. As I indicated before, though, I'm not sure if it's just that Mr. Vaught does not understand legal issues. He seems to be able to communicate. He's able to read whatever paperwork he's been given. Just he doesn't understand what jurisdiction means, and that's...
Objection. That's why I'm here. I'm trying to get clarification
Okay, so
on
Mr.
jurisdiction.
Vaught, if you say that you want clarification, that's why I have a lawyer who has been trained in this arena to explain that to you.
Okay.
I've tried, but you
want to
don't
talk?
seem to understand it when I say it, so I thought maybe
Yeah.
a lawyer can help you.
Well-
It can't hurt to talk to me
Well,
in
the
private.
prosecutor is saying that the ticket the
Well,
officer gave me...
let's go talk in private.
Well, I'd rather
I'm
not talk in private. Why can't everyone just hear this?
Because
She says that
I don't
the
talk to
ticket...
clients in public.
Oh, I'm not trying to hide anything. I have nothing
Well,
to
I am.
hide.
I am. I'm a
Okay.
lawyer.
Well, I don't want to talk to
hide-
people that have stuff to hide. She said that the ticket and the police report prove jurisdiction over me. And I'm just trying to figure out where does it say that in the ticket or the police statement? I'm just trying to get it clarified so I can shop for
If you're present in California, the courts have personal jurisdiction over you.
because I'm physically here. And where is the facts? Where is the evidence of that? Where's the proof
That you're
on
here,
there?
anybody can see that you're here.
Okay, so it's the same thing I could say to you guys. Since you're here, I
Yeah,
have
the courts also have
jurisdiction.
jurisdiction over
So this is like philosophy or just word of mouth and...
Yeah. In essence, yeah.
Okay, so it's just word magic. You're saying that you have jurisdiction just because you say so.
I'm going to declare a doubt about this gentleman's competence to stand trial.
Objection. So now he's calling me stupid? Or
No, I'm not.
I'm an idiot?
I have a doubt about your competence, and I haven't.
Because I'm challenging jurisdiction. Isn't jurisdiction, isn't
So,
that...
Mr. Vaught, if you could just have a seat. I'm going to have to send this to another courtroom.
All right, yeah, I've been writing things down too so I can make an appeal because this is just out of control. I'm asking for jurisdiction. She can't prove it. It's already been on the record that she can't prove it.
Okay, you've lodged your objection.
All right, 2:30 Department.
Thank you.
So I'm not available until like October 16th is when I'll be back in California. Okay,
You're going to
cool.
be down the hall in Department E today. So you
Okay.
have 30 minutes.
Just right down.
Under threat, I'll be there.
Do you know where Department E is?
No, I don't.
Okay, it's 2 doors down, same floor. Just walk down the hallway. After you go out here, make a right.
On this floor? All right, under threat, I'll be there.
So based upon the representation provided to me by Mr. Wynn, then the court would order that the proceedings be suspended pursuant to Penal Code 1368. And what that means is that, is there a request for one doctor or more?
Say one.
Okay, what this means is that there will be a doctor who will contact either your attorney, Mr. Slogan, or contact you So you need to make sure that you provide information to Mr. Wynn. Your attorney's.
I don't have an attorney. I keep denying that I need an attorney on the grounds that I'm trying to have the prosecutor prove that they've submitted any jurisdiction in this case. I'm just asking for any evidence of jurisdiction.
Okay.
And they just keep saying that, I mean, I got it on record that the prosecutor said no, they cannot submit any jurisdiction, any evidence of jurisdiction, and I just keep asking for it to get dismissed. And then they said, well, I'm incompetent because I'm asking questions. I'm trying to get clarified so I can shop for an attorney. I'm trying to get clarifications so I can represent, myself or get an attorney. And I keep asking the prosecutor, have you submitted any evidence of jurisdiction? And she said it was in the police tickets, in the police statement. And all I'm trying to say is, well, hey, can you show me where it, jurisdiction is on that ticket so I can make a better judgment for myself how I'm going to shop for an attorney. So I need to know what I'm dealing with here. And they just keep putting me out on recess and keep pushing me around, and this guy is saying I'm incompetent, and I'm just wondering, is that a legal determination if I'm incompetent?
No, it's not a legal determination, and that's why.
And what facts is he?
If you'll let me finish, is that's why we will appoint an attorney, a doctor. A doctor will come and speak with you, and you may answer his questions, or you may decide not to answer his questions. Then he or she will provide a report back to me, and the report will indicate, you'll have a copy of it, as will the district attorney, and if you have an attorney, your attorney. And then you have the right to, or your attorney can submit on the report, or it may be set for a hearing.
Yeah.
Clearly, if you explain your situation to the doctor and he agrees that what you're asking for is reasonable and there's no reason to declare it out, then he or she will put that in the report. If they have concerns about your ability to cooperate with an attorney, then that may be an issue. So usually this takes about 3 weeks, but we need a phone number for you. I have the address up in Reed, California. Is that where you live now?
Objection. I'm not here to make any statements where I live or what my phone number is.
We need to have a place where the doctor can contact you. Otherwise,
why,
we have to put you into custody.
But why
I don't
does,
want to do that.
I understand, but why does a doctor have to be talking to me? What facts is this lawyer relying on that I'm incompetent? He talked to me for 2 seconds and then told the judge that I'm incompetent. Anybody here looking at me right now can tell that I'm not incompetent. I'm standing here on my own, only under threat, duress, and coercion I'm here. Because some guy pulled me over, he pulled out a gun, said he's searching me, all of a sudden I'm in court. I don't know who these people are, I'm asking for jurisdiction, that's all I'm doing. I have the intentions of pleading guilty today.
I don't know what you mean by jurisdiction. If you're stopped in Napa County, then Napa County has jurisdiction over you.
Okay, well, thank you for clarifying that for me. I'm just trying to figure out where's the actual facts, the evidence in that. Where is that? Where can I look at that?
There is an arrest detention complaint form which was filed by the California Highway Patrolman who stopped you. And he indicated that he stopped you, and I will look for the place. It looks like it was at Markley Cove.
Okay.
By Highway 128. And since that's in Napa County, that means jurisdiction is in our county.
Yeah, and you can understand, I'm just trying to get things clarified. And is that the only evidence that the prosecutor has?
Right now, as to where this took place?
Is that their only evidence of jurisdiction? It's because I was physically here in Napa that they have physical jurisdiction over me?
They would have to have the officer testify that he or she, whoever it was that stopped you, that they stopped you in Napa County. That would be evidence, and it would be up to the jury, assuming you asked for a jury trial, it would be up to the jury to decide if they believe that evidence was proven beyond reasonable doubt.
Okay, so let me get this straight. I'm just trying to clarify some things, and we would have already been done with this. So what you're saying is that ticket is jurisdiction? Well,
it's a step in that. It doesn't mean, if you contest this, you have the right to ask the officer for perhaps a question, isn't it true I was in Solano County, or that I was in Lake County?
Okay,
and
so
if he or she said, oh, that's true, then there's no jurisdiction, and there you are, you're done.
All right, so
he testifies, he or she testifies, yes, this was in Napa County, and the jury believes it, then jurisdiction has been proven.
So this is the only evidence right now is that the prosecutor has, is that because I was physically in Napa, or I was physically in California, that the Constitution applies to me.
Based on the arrest detention complaint form, right now, that's all there is.
Okay, and I have a point of clarification. I need to know where, can they show me that? Where on the ticket it proves jurisdiction? Like, where did I sign off my life saying that, yeah, I give you guys jurisdiction? Because all I remember is they had guns out, tasers, and I was scared, and I just did whatever they said because they had guns under threat, duress, and coercion.
I didn't have anything that you signed, so all I have is an arrest detention complaint form.
Okay.
Which I would be more than happy to print for you. And
Your Honor,
on,
I've given him a pro discovery packet. He has the whole.
Oh, I have the packet, but I was trying to figure out where in there does it say that there's jurisdiction.
giving them the 82.
Well, I think he has it, but we may give him another copy.
I would be more than happy to give it to you. And on this copy, I'm going to give this to you, and I will ask if you could, on the location, to highlight that for Mr. Brown.
This is their jurisdiction?
That's the allegation that I have.
Okay, so this ticket is just an allegation. It's not evidence.
No.
So why am I here? This case needs to be dismissed.
So it's being printed for you right now. I'm asking the judicial assistant to highlight the portion where it
Is it
shows the
this-
location.
This one right?
That's not evidence.
Oh, he said it was.
So it's being highlighted right now, and we'll give that to you. This isn't evidence at this point. This is just information indicating where you were arrested according to the officer who stopped you, Officer.
I'm sorry, what was the name?
Okay, so at this point, Mr. Bott, are you going to provide an address? You don't have to do that on the record, at some place where the doctor can contact you.
I'm not here to talk to any doctors. I actually came here. This is the second arraignment. I came in the very beginning because I have no time to come down here. I live up in Oregon right now, and I'm actually homeless up there. I came because I wanted to plead guilty. I had the intentions of pleading guilty if they could just show me a couple facts.
Well, this isn't the place for the trial, so as far as having evidence that's sworn, it does show you, did you get the ABC form, that form that we just handed to you?
Yeah, I have this paper here, but from my understanding, jurisdiction can be challenged at any time, and jurisdiction, once challenged, cannot be assumed. It must be decided.
That's fine. So if you want to have a trial, you can have a trial, but we don't.
Well, I mean, can you see where I'm coming from? It's like I could say Santa Claus is real because I say so. So come to my court. I'm going to show you, Santa Claus. It's in the book. I can show you books about it, but I need physical evidence. I need facts that this jurisdiction, that the prosecutor has jurisdiction over me. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I'm not sure, but if you have your trial, that is what the prosecution has to prove. They have to prove
From my
that there is jurisdiction.
From my understanding, though, you can actually challenge it any time.
This is a presumption right now with what I've given you. That's the presumption that Napa County has jurisdiction because the arrest was made in Napa County.
Yeah, presumption. It's
But you
that I-
don't get to have a trial just at any point you ask for it. I mean, you can set it for a trial, but they can't have all the witnesses every time there's a matter like.
But how are they going to get me to go to trial if they have no jurisdiction? It's just like if I was to sue you right now, would you make it to trial? You would probably challenge jurisdiction, and then boom, it'd be out. Just because you didn't commit a crime, it's corpus delicti. There's no one hurt. There's no one harmed.
So here's your choice, Mr. Bob. You can provide on paper, it doesn't have to be an open court here, an address so that a doctor can contact you. Or if you don't want to cooperate with that, I don't have any other choice but to have you taken into custody so the doctor can evaluate you here, so.
I would also ask that the court set the date. I can give him our information and have him contact our office, and we can coordinate with the doctor. That way he can stay out of custody. If he doesn't show
Would you
up,
like to do that? Give the information to Mr. Wynn, who's here on behalf of the public
that
defender's
would be
office.
confidential.
I mean, I'm under threat here. You're threatening me with jail if I don't talk to a doctor. If you can't tell that I'm not competent, or if I am competent, I don't know. I mean, how do we all have you people in here running our state or city or country when you can't tell if someone's competent or not? I can tell pretty quickly, I mean, but you tell me what you want me to do. Under force, I
What you
mean,
do is provide me either with a date and time that the doctor, or a day that the doctor can meet with you, and then you can figure the location. You don't have to give us your address.
so it could be in Oregon?
No, it would have to be down here in public defender's office if you don't want to provide it.
Okay, the only time I'm going to be back in this area is October 16th or October 18th. But let the record know that I'm denying this and I'm being forced into this with jail.
Right, I
So-
understand. Okay, how about October 18th? We'll try to see if we can have someone who can evaluate you on that day. So, do you know where the public defender's office is located?
No, I don't.
Okay, we're going to give, Mr. Nguyen here will give you the address. You will need to be in touch with them prior to the 18th so that you know what time your appointment will be. And then you need to make that appointment, and then we'll set a date about 2 weeks after that. Does that work for everyone?
Yes, please.
Okay. So is there, then we'll put this on November 1st.
Your Honor, given the defendant's objections, does the court want to appoint 2 doctors?
Maybe 3, because this is just going to keep going in a huge circle. I mean, if she can't prove her jurisdiction, I'm going to keep asking for jurisdiction, physical evidence of any jurisdiction.
I'm
gonna keep asking.
So November 1st, 2016 at 8:30, you need to come to this court.
October is when I'll be back.
I know you'll be here in October, but then you need to come and address your case here. You've been charged with charges, and you have to make your complaints about jurisdiction.
I'm not
all the other
complaining.
things.
I was just asking questions and trying to get things clarified.
Okay. So at this point, I don't know that I can have 2 doctors available.
Yeah, it's a huge waste of money, but if you want to do it, I mean,
So,
go for it.
Mr. Lynn, what's your thought?
I think we should start with 1.
Okay, so October 18th, you need to be in touch with the public defender's office to find out what time we will be interviewing you for your doctor's appointment.
Talk to an attorney to go.
What do you ask that I do, Ms. Black?
Well, when the defendant is not in agreement,
insane.
the statute requires 2 doctors.
Okay, and how am I going to get someone without putting them into jail who was not cooperative with me, to be able to have a second interview? Because I am not going to make 2 doctors sit there and wait for him.
Or if you can prove that it applies to me, the statute you're talking about.
Well, I mean, I think we need to follow the law. If we come here and he objects,
Or appoint another doctor. Who do we have?
thank you.
Who's the next in line?
Captain Thompson is the first one and Daisy Switzer is the second.
And we will appoint those 2 doctors. You will need to be in touch with the public defender's office. If you do not cooperate, then you will feel that you are being threatened with jail, because that is in fact a reality.
Okay,
We will
and
see you, you need to be at the public defender's office on the 18th or whatever date they've told you. You will need to meet with 2 doctors now that you're contesting this fact, and you are to return to court on November 1st, 2016, 8:30, right back here.
and do these doctors get paid by the same people you guys get paid?
I
Are they all?
don't know who pays them. I don't pay them.
Okay, because if it was the same people paying, I think that'd be unfair.
Well, then you can worry about that at the time you contest.
Okay, I just need to write all this stuff down for if I have to appeal all this.
And at this point, we're done with this
It
hearing.
would be very helpful for you to stay in custody if you call.
Oh, I'm not worried about it. I'm pretty competent.
You can step outside and talk to your parents.
Y'all have a good day? Am I free to go?
Dr. Leonard.
Yeah, and the other doctors are not available, I have to be on the 18th.
Thank you, doctor, you're
Well,
awesome.
wait a minute then. Why don't we appoint you right for the 18th, since we have a doctor here. So this is one of the doctors you'll be talking to.
Okay.
When you come down back here on October 18th.
I'm Joel. Can we just do this right now? Can you tell I'm competent or not
It's
competent?
October 18th, and speak with Mr. Nguyen as to where you need to meet, and perhaps you can meet with Dr. Leonard right now to figure out.
So I could just schedule something with him?
The court is
We'll appoint Dr. Blinder and Dr. Thompson.
And I hope this is all on record so we can eventually get this out.
if I could
This is
just
insane.
say for the record that Dr. Linder happens to be in court here on another matter, and somebody noticed that and asked him to put it on his case. Okay, thank you.
Am I free to go?
I want you to speak with Mr. Nguyen and Dr. Blinder so you can schedule your appointment for the next time. We will see you November 1st at 8:30.